there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for the week of November 13th. We're just going to jump right in here, Scorpio. You start off with this versatility card and this optimism card, and so that's really nice. We're in a time of versatility, and I believe that we should also be focusing on optimism as well. Reasons to be happy, right? And needing to focus on the good stuff. So, that's what I would be focusing on here. This looks really good already. I mean, you have this Fates card. This is like my favorite card in this deck. It says that something, there's something fated that's coming in for you, and, it could be really, really good, whatever it is. So we're going to see. Definitely could be love. You have this Lovers card here. Could also just be something that you will love, something that makes you very happy, like a big opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles, and it could be love. There you go. So this is definitely coming together nicely. This week, by the way, I'm doing past, present, future outcome, and in your present position, you have your past position here, you have the Queen of Pentacles, the Temperance card, and the Four of Wands. For some reason, I'm getting patience on the Queen of Pentacles. She represents resourcefulness, but I have the word patience popping into my head, so I feel like you have been, but it's like a different type of patience that I'm getting here. It's like, to me, it's saying that you've been very focused on one thing in your life. You see how she's focused on that pentacle there? And I feel like you've been like working on something very diligently, which we see here. We go all the way over to the Eight of Pentacles. So it's almost like you're being rewarded for sticking with something. Especially if you've been, working towards a business or, working on your health or, whatever you've been diligent with, I feel like you are going to be seeing a transformation in that area of your life. You have the Temperance card, which can represent turning one thing into another. So I literally feel some of you are just, kind of turning your situation around, or you're creating a very positive situation in your life because you haven't given up on something. And again, I feel like you've been very patient with something as well. I can't get away from that message. Again, I don't really consider her to be a card of patience at all. And so, it's kind of funny that that's popping into my head. You do have the Temperance card, which is patience, but, again, intuitively, that's not where I'm getting the message. You have the Four of Wands. Some of you could be walking away from a marriage here. For others, maybe you feel like you've given up on love is kind of what I'm getting from the reading, but I do feel that there's something kind of rushing in here clearly. So if you want love, even if you don't, there could be a person that's coming in for you, and it could be rather surprising. As always, not telling you what to do. If you truly don't want love, you don't have to accept it into your life, of course, if you don't want to be with a person. But, again, some of you, like I said, some of you might be saying you don't want love, but then, if the right person shows up, then the right person shows up. So, again, it could be one of those things. I'm just saying. So let's see what's going on here for you. And sorry, this deck is like not wanting to cooperate today for whatever reason. But let's see. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Swords and the Three of Wands wanting to come out together. Feeling much more free. Again, these are like the two total opposites. Eight of Swords being stuck in self-imposed restriction. Three of Wands very expansive, opening up to all the possibilities. So, I kind of feel like you are just opening up here. I don't really feel much else. I think this is saying that you're opening up to new possibilities in your life. I feel like you're cutting things out because we go to the Eight of Cups, and this is leading to a lot of expansion. Pretty simple stuff. With the Temperance card, you have the Star. All three water signs have had the Star. And so, again, I tell everyone that, with Pluto and Aquarius, I would be very focused on inspiration, being an inspiration, having a focus, helping people, do something. You have that Fates card, which has a bunch of stars on it. So this is like fate. And again, I really do feel it's water signs the most. But, I think it's true for everyone. I want to stress that. But definitely water signs, I think, should be focusing on being an inspiration or guiding people through just being a living example, right? And, that's all you have to focus on. If you do that, you'll be very successful. I would also have some sort of North Star, some sort of guiding light, something that you can work towards, right? Something that everything you do adds up to that, right? Whatever it is. So, so if you, again, this doesn't have to be some sort of crazy purpose, this could just be very, very simple. Like maybe you want to improve your health, or maybe you want to improve your finances. It's like if you do it in the right way, and then you're showing other people how to do it without even having to show them, just by doing it, right? By being a living example, then you're kind of working with this energy, which is what I would do. With the Four of Wands, you have the Nine of Wands, which you have twice here. Yeah, like I said, I feel like some of you are just a little bit guarded here with love. It looks to me like, though, again, I feel and you have this Lovers card as well. It would not surprise me, Scorpio, if you're saying that you don't want love, but then you meet a person and you're like, well, maybe this one I will give a chance to, right? So I kind of feel that for some of you. For others, I feel the opposite. Like, I feel like you are opening up. So, and again, if you do want love and you are opening up, it looks to me like you're opening up, and that is what's bringing new love into your life. Next, you have this message in a bottle card and this Fates card. This is pretty simple. I feel like you asked something for something and the universe is bringing it to you. Plain and simple. I feel like you've asked for love, maybe. That message in the bottle card, I feel, is saying that you told the universe you wanted something. And I feel like the Fates card is just the universe is bringing you this fated situation into your life. So pretty simple stuff. And if you haven't asked for anything, I would ask, because, I feel the universe is like, okay, wish granted, whatever you want. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. And again, I think something people don't realize as well is, like, when you ask for something, sometimes you get it, but it means you have to, like, cut something out of your life. You have the Eight of Cups here. Like, if you ask for more money, but you have bad money habits, there might be some bad money habits that you enjoy, but you have to let go of them to live a better life, So it's like, I don't think it's always as, people always say to me, like, I try to manifest this, that, and the other thing. My life went to crap, basically. And I'm always like, well, yeah, probably, because it's like the way to get there probably involves you going through something, and so that you can learn something, so you can actually get to where you want to go. And, if more people would just look at those things as learning experiences and would get through it that way, you get through it a lot faster, right? I feel like this has already happened. So wouldn't worry about it, but I do feel like you're getting something that you've been asking for. You have the High Priestess, the Nine of Wands, and the Six of Cups. The High Priestess, I feel, is saying trust your intuition. Very intuitive time for whatever reason. Saturn and Pisces, maybe. We have Neptune in Pisces as well, but that Saturn and Pisces, very realistic energy. Like, almost, when we think of Saturn, we don't think intuition. It's very logical, grounded type of energy. But sometimes I wonder, if that energy is, like, trying to get us to, put more structure around our intuition, if that makes sense. Probably not, because intuition isn't structure. But, what I would say is maybe it's just trying to get you to use your intuition. I also think we're in a very mysterious time. So if you're, if there are any mysteries, like anything that you're like, oh, I wonder, what this means, or, it could be something so random, that's why it's so hard to describe in readings, because it's like you could be watching something on TV, you become interested in, like, a new hobby because of what you saw on TV, and then it changes your life. And that sounds crazy, but, if there was ever a time where that could happen, it would be right now. You have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is about needing to open up. And like I said, I kind of feel for most of you, you are opening up, actually, with the Nine of Wands, and you're walking away from being in this wounded warrior energy. So it's almost like you've been healing, or you have healed. You have the Star. And even the Temperance card can be a healing as well. You have the Six of Cups, so I kind of am getting that you are calling in a soulmate. The Six of Cups, to me, does not represent someone from the past. I know everyone reads it that way, but that's really not what it means. And, really, if you read any of the old tarot books, they all say, do not get stuck in nostalgia. Basically, do not get stuck in the past. But going this way, I really feel and even this way is amazing, but, I feel you're attracting a person. It looks like a big opportunity, and I feel like this person really puts in the work, I love the Eight of Pentacles in a love reading, because Eight of Pentacles is a person who really, like, focuses on what they're doing. They focus on, putting in the time, effort, and energy. So definitely very good. Let's see here. With the High Priestess, you have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands, quick success. And, again, going this way, clearly there could be quick success coming in for you in a love situation. Eight of Wands would represent socializing. Could be a Pisces. You have Sagittarius, Aquarius, water in general so far. So, it could be any sign that's coming in for you. But whatever it is, I feel that, it probably starts out as socializing and then turns into a love opportunity just based off the Eight of Wands. Could be a Taurus as well. Yet with the Nine of Wands, you have the Hierophant, which would be marriage. Again, I did get the feeling that some of you are walking away from a marriage, but I feel like you already know, because it's showing up in your past position over here and, your present position. So it's like you already know that you're, walking away from a marriage or going through a separation. And I feel like you're walking towards something where there's, like, more work being put in. I don't know. That's what I keep getting, whether that means that you want to invest more effort into the situation, or the two of you invest more effort into the situation. Some of you might just be focusing on work as well. I'm getting a million things. With the Six of Cups here, you have the Three of Cups. Yeah, definitely a big celebration. This could also be a reunion. This could be a faded connection I'm getting, but not like a past person, but definitely could be a past life person, or, if you believe in soul contracts or whatever, this could be someone you have like a contract with, contract. So I definitely feel there could be a strong connection. Next, in the area of the future, you have this Lover's card and this main female card. This could just be the main person involved in the situation. And with the Lovers, definitely could be love, obviously, coming in for you. I feel like you're finding this after walking away from something that no longer serves you. With the Eight of Cups as the first card, I'll show you in a minute. But just saying, this is kind of like saying to me that I feel like you've been healing maybe from a past commitment, and it's like now that you finally let go, or someone in this situation has, now you can open up to something new. And that's what I feel like is going on here. You have the Eight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. The Eight of Cups, again, is walking away from things that no longer serve you, but he's walking towards the Nine of Cups. So I feel like you are heading right towards a wish, or you are heading right towards wish fulfillment. And, I feel like you're going to be very happy about this because you have the Eight of Pentacles. It's like, it doesn't matter if it's love, money, whatever. I feel like whatever it is, really, I love the Eight of Pentacles because to me, it represents you put energy into something and you're getting a result, basically. And, I feel like whatever you're walking towards is going to produce results based off the work that you put into it. It's kind of like a very cut and dry energy as well. Meaning, exactly what you put in is basically exactly what you're getting out. You have the Ace of Pentacles, really big opportunity. I even think you see it that way. Again, it's kind of funny that I said, some of you might not be looking for love, but this might be good enough that that you're willing to look at it, right? And so if this is love, you might be like, again, you might not be saying you're not interested, but when you meet this person, you might be like, well, maybe, I'll give this a chance. I kind of get that kind of popping into my head here. I also feel like if you've given up on something in business, I feel like some of you could be revisiting it, which I always get this energy for you for whatever reason, that you could be revisiting like a business idea or something. But it's like maybe there's like an opportunity that is making it more possible. Didn't I say this to you recently? I'm pretty sure it was you. I get this feeling of like something making it more possible. It's like the invention of YouTube, right? It's like, before this time, before YouTube, it would have been impossible to read for a ton of people online, right? Then YouTube comes along. Now I can read for hundreds of thousands of people online, right? Very easily. So, it's kind of like, it's almost like that's the opportunity that's popping into my head with this Ace of Pentacles. There's like something happening that is making like what you work on day to day, more available. I hope that makes sense. That's what I'm getting. I would take advantage of it, whatever it is, plain and simple. You have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing, finding a lot of happiness. So I feel like there is a lot of happiness and joy coming in for you with the Ace of Cups. I also feel that, again, very solid love offer for those of you that are looking for love, for sure. But let's see. With the Eight of Cups there, you have the Tower. All three water signs have had the Tower. We could just see another global Tower moment. I've been saying it for 2 years now. The Tower comes up constantly. We're going to see plenty of global Tower moments, plenty of things happening. And, I would just try your best to focus on the positive. As I always say, that doesn't mean you ignore the negative either. It just means we need to bring more love and light into the world, I believe. And, that's what I would do. That's it. So there you go. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Cups. Yes, this could be like a dual offer, This could be a love offer that leads to you making more money, or maybe this is a person that has money. So, this looks like a very good connection to me if this is love. And if this is work, again, I feel like you're finding something that you will love, something that causes your emotions to overflow, causes you to like just really enjoy much more like what you are doing. I don't think, maybe you're not finding, if this is a job, it's like no job is perfect, right? Let's be honest, right? There are even things about YouTube that I don't like doing, right? There are things that I have to do for this channel that I don't like doing. But for the most part, I love it. So, it kind of makes those things a little bit easier to do, right? And, I'm kind of getting that here. But for the most part, I really feel that there's nothing else that you rather do. Like me doing this, there's nothing that I rather do than this. So, that's why I do it. And I kind of feel like you could be discovering that. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, seeing things clearly for the first time. A lot of people have been getting the Queen of Swords. I'm wondering, again, we had that eclipse in Libra back in the middle of October. It doesn't matter. Eclipses last for like 6 months at least. Most people say 3 months. I say 6 because really it's like 6. That's why. And, again, so you could be gaining a lot of clarity over the next like 6 months or so about just life in general. I think a lot of people getting this card, and, it just makes sense. Next, in the area of your outcome, you have this gift. I didn't even see this. It says, someone will give you a gift or help you in some way. I really feel this is a gift from the universe. You're asking and receiving, some sort of fated connection or fated situation that's like meant for you. You have this card that says, lessons in life will repeat until they are learned. I feel like you're done repeating lessons in general. I see nothing here that would represent repeating a lesson. So I feel like you've learned your lessons, and that's probably why you're getting a gift, right? You've done the work, which Eight of Pentacles literally just says you've done the work to get the rewards, which is really good here, Scorpio. So, Eight of Pentacles is one of my cards. I consider it to be a personal development card because it can be a card of just like working on yourself, doing things to improve your life in some way and seeing a result because of it. So I really see an increase here, and it could be in your finances, but it could also be more personal. This increase, again, it could be, something that you've been working on, about yourself or, about your mindset or, something like that is what I'm getting. And I feel it's going to pay off big time, whatever it is. So, I really like this for you with the Eight of Pentacles. You have the Page of Cups. Definitely could be a water sign that you have your eye on. I kind of feel like this is two people that have their eye on each other or have socialized before. Eight of Wands twice, so, Eight of Wands says there's probably been some sort of communication here. Again, if there hasn't been, I would say there's going to be communication very soon. And so, it looks to me like you could be communicating with a person. I also always look at the Page of Cups as a dream because he has this fish right here, and that fish might not exist. And it might be just part of his imagination. But I always say he needs to grab onto that fish. It could be, some sort of goal, wish, or dream he has, and he needs to like make it happen. So, I definitely feel that you need to make it happen, like some sort of goal, wish, or dream. You have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands, of course, is, again, a quick conclusion or quick success. And I feel like you're wishing for something and getting it quickly, or you've already asked for something, and it's kind of like destined to be in your life. With that Fates card is kind of more what I'm feeling here. But let's see. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups, the card of wish fulfillment. So, I feel like there is clearly a big wish. You have that gift card. I mean, the whole entire reading is about some sort of gift from the universe. Clearly something you've asked for. And it's also clearly something that is going to bring a lot of fulfillment into your life. Nine of Cups really says that this is, whatever's coming in for you is something that you really align with, something that really aligns with your truth. And so I feel like it's something that you really align with. With the Page of Cups, you have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, Six of Pentacles is like about balancing your energy, but it's also about testing something out. I look at this card as a card of planting seeds, putting work into something, seeing what grows, seeing what doesn't, getting rid of the stuff that doesn't grow and doubling down on the rest. So, double down on what works. And with the Eight of Wands, you have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is conflict and competition. So, but I feel you could be like winning, so don't be afraid of competition. You could be interested here going this direction in a person where there is a lot of competition for the person. But you could also be trying to be successful in like a business or something else where there's a lot of competition. So, there you go. We're pulling 5 themes. Sorry, I'm almost done coughing. I can tell. So I'm getting there. I'm getting better. And you have the Sun card. It says happiness and well-being. That's the only thing I would focus on right now is happiness, joy, good things, and just so you can bring more of that into the world. And that's what I'd be focusing on with the Sun, plain and simple. You have this Dark Woman. It says dealing with relationships with a dark woman. You have this Fire card. It says strong emotions, passionate love or hate. We seem to be in a very passionate time right now anyway. So, I would just focus in the right direction. I think that's the best thing we can do, and that's pretty much all I would focus on there. You have this October card and this Broken Ring. It says parting of the ways, either in love or romance. So some of you, again, there was something about a separation here, and this separation could have happened in the month of October, or you could have finally completed a separation in the month of October. I'm also getting here that if you've been thinking about like making a change in work or business, that you have made the decision like in October. Yes, I understand that we're in November, but maybe you've kind of started thinking about this. I'm getting in the month of October. Now you're making it. I'm going to pull this other monthly card that I can see here. And yes, November. You're going to be making it right now. You might be asking, people always ask, how do you know that it's a monthly card? It says right here on the back. So that's how I know. It's different than the other ones. But, again, it's like whatever this is, this seems like a rapid change. And again, Eight of Wands is a rapid change. So if you've decided to like quit a job or quit a business, like I think, or maybe even move, I'm getting here as well. You have the Tower, which can just be a move. I'm getting that it's like the time that from making the decision and then doing it is like very, very short. It's crazy. Like a couple of years ago, I moved from Washington State where I used to live, and I moved back home. And, it's like my brother and I, we literally made the decision in like a day, and then weeks later we were moving. we had no intentions of moving. And again, it's this right here is kind of giving me those vibes. Is that, it's giving me the vibes that you are kind of like thinking to yourself, oh, I want to make a move. And then all of a sudden you're doing it, but it could be like quitting a job or something similar. You have this rooster. It says an arrogant, boastful person that you should not cross. Again, I would be, a lot of people have been getting stuff like this recently. So again, I would avoid people who are like, trolls or haters or any of that stuff. I would just ignore it. You have this jug. It says lighthearted, carefree time. I feel like we need more fun and less seriousness. That doesn't mean you can't be serious. It just means that I feel like we need to kind of spend more time enjoying our lives and, bring more joy and happiness into the world. That's what I get here. So this looks really good. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.